Okay, page 40. Rosa Parks, you're under arrest. So again, it's going into her timeline of her life. So we left off in the 1940s, and she is an adult, and she had a situation with the bus driver. When I got off from work that evening, she remembers December 1st, I went to Court Square, as usual, to catch the Cleveland Avenue bus home. I didn't look to see who was driving when I got on. By the time I recognized him, I had already paid my fare. Okay, this fare, F-A-R-E, is not like a carnival, that's fare. So fare in this case is her ticket, her money to get on the bus. So remember, she said she's trying to avoid that mean bus driver. He's got a mole on his face, kind of thicker. Remember, she does not want to get on his bus, but on December 1st, she already paid her fare. She realized it was the same driver who had put me off the bus back in 1943, 12 years earlier. So now she's talking in 1955. He was still tall and heavy, with red, rough-looking skin, and he was still mean-looking. I didn't know if he had been on that route before. They switched the drivers around sometimes. I do know that most of the time, if I saw him on a bus, I wouldn't get on it. I saw a vacant seat in the middle section of the bus and took it. I didn't even question why there was a vacant seat, even though there were quite a few people standing in the back. If I had thought about it at all, I would probably have figured maybe somebody saw me get on and didn't take the seat, but left it vacant for me. Remember, vacant means open, available. There was a man sitting next to the window and two women across the aisle. The next stop was the Empire Theater, and some whites got on. They filled up the white seats, and one man was left standing. The driver looked back and noticed the man standing. Then he looked back at us. He said, "Let me have those front seats," because they were the front seats of the black section. Didn't anybody move? We just sat right where we were, the four of us. Then he spoke a second time. "Y'all better make it light on yourselves and let me have those seats." So we're going to analyze page 41. So in this memoir or narrative by Rosa Parks, she included a diagram of the bus. So segregated seating on a Montgomery, Alabama bus in 1955. So this is the current time period that she is speaking. Okay, segregated means separated. Okay, so Montgomery, Alabama, Southern State, 1955. If this is our front entrance, okay, they're including all the seats blocked off here for whites only. Middle seats, okay, vacant at the time, which means open. Then they have the back entrance. So the whites would enter the front entrance, so they didn't even need to intermix if there was African Americans in the back. They had their separate entrance, okay? And then the African Americans sat there. You can already tell the whites have a lot more seats available versus the African Americans. But at this moment that Rosa Parks is speaking, she chose to sit here. And then look, that is in the whites only section. Page 42. The man in the window seat next to me stood up, and I moved to let him pass by me. And then I looked across the aisle and saw that the two women were also standing. I moved over to the window seat. I could not see how standing up was going to make it light for me. The more we gave in and complied, the worse they treated us. I thought back to the time when I used to sit up all night and didn't sleep. My grandfather would have his gun right by the fireplace, or if he had his one-horse wagon going anywhere, he always had his gun in the back of the wagon. People always say that I didn't give up my seat because I was tired. But that was not true. I was not tired physically, or no more tired than I usually was at the end of a working day. I was not old, although some people have an image of me as being old then. At this time, I was 42. No, the only tired I was tired of giving in. The driver of the bus saw me still sitting there, and he asked was I going to stand up.